Just picture a great big snake running across your street.
How does food make you feel?
Not hungry anymore.
Good. Makes me feel really good, you know.
Pretty good.
Good.
Well, it depends on the food, but I guess usually it's associated with like happiness.
Hungry.
Full.
Everybody already said happy, so I'm not going to say happy. Grateful.
You're tearing up.
Yeah, I get emotional about food.
Okay, what's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word food?
More.
What?
Eat.
Dinner.
Children.
Joy.
I think, honestly, this is so ridiculous, but like poverty, because like we don't really think about food. We just like consume it. But like there are people all over the world who like, when they think of food, they think of like life. And so, like I think of people who don't have food.
Humans like food, but why? When asked the first word that comes to mind when given the word food, people responded differently, but with one common theme: comfort. When asked how food makes them feel, people responded differently, but with one common thread: positivity. Is a positive relationship with food human nature? Well, thinking about the evolutionary process of humans to this point, I would say yes. Eating means survival and growth. Growth means bigger, stronger, faster, and healthier. So, in a way, the positive emotions that come about are natural and ingrained within us. However, the extent to which they are is elevated by an interesting change in the food that we eat. Had a similar question been posed 50 years ago, it is likely that people would have answered survival, wealth, or prosperity when asked the same question. Food, as our happiness, is a new trend. Happiness is something humans had previously used to describe activities such as adventures and human encounters. But, as with all material goods, humans nowadays use objects, including food, as a means of attaining happiness. Was this of our own doing? My answer would be no. Advertisements everywhere osmotically permeate our brains with their anecdotes and portrayals of joy when displaying their products. It is our consumerist era that has changed the way we view and interact with food. Our excessive use of food, both for overconsumption and for fun, is displayed in this chocolate milk drinking video.
Go! Let's go. Oh, come on! Drink! Drink!
Rather than viewing food as a necessity, advertisements have convinced us that it is our key to happiness, so the more the better. We must realize that food is scarce and that it is something we should definitely not take for granted. Inherently, we devalue food by making it so available. It is our responsibility to understand the practices that have made it so abundant and the resultant consequences on our world.